Hey everyone, welcome back to the garden. So today we have another Cupricina bed extension update. Yesterday, so today is Sunday, yesterday on Saturday, we spent a few hours getting a bunch of more stuff transplanted. We got the Eddy Viburnum planted, so come garden with us today and we'll give you little clips here and there of us digging things out and planting them. And I was going to say something, went completely out of my head, I swear. The extreme heat this summer is really getting to me. Anyway, let's go check it out. So here's the current location of the Royal Raindrops Crabapple. It was put here because I thought we were going to include it in a bed, but didn't turn out that way. I have a feeling it's going to be difficult to get out, but we're going to get started. And the hole's already dug, and you can just see how riddled with roots this ground still is from the maples we had removed. They were extremely large maples. It's not easy digging in this bed, even with the 4 or 5 inches of topsoil we've had built up on top of it. Some roots may be from the spruce tree, but I do feel like most of them are still maple roots. So unfortunately, we had to lose a lot of roots. Plan wisely, people. Don't be trying to redo stuff 2-3 years after the fact like we do. I really hope this survives. I feel like it's going to struggle for a bit. Luckily, after tomorrow, today's Saturday, tomorrow Sunday, these are our last 2 really hot days. It's going to really cool off, be in the upper 70s for the next 6-7 days, I think. So hopefully that will help this transition better into its new home. We're just going to have to water it a lot, but at least it's moved, it's done. Now we can work on moving some of the other stuff. So as you can see, we've already got the lamium transplanted. Some of the grass, the blue zinger, came with it, just a couple pieces, so I put those back there. We were going to divide them and put some back there anyway, so that just made it a little bit easier. You can see the 3 holes for the hosta, so they're coming over next. And the brunnera is kind of going to go between these 2 hostas, maybe forward a little. These hostas get about 3 feet wide, so I feel like they're going to grow over the lamium. Hopefully the lamium takes off. It gets a little bit bigger than it is, and I won't have to worry about that too much. These hostas, pretty lavender flowers. They just, obviously you can see they do not like the heat and the sun. They've burnt and they're green. They're supposed to be blue, so in the shade they should be a little bit more blue. The crabapple is wilting badly. We're gonna have to get water on that. I mean, I filled the hole up when we planted it, watered it some more. You can see ground around it's kind of dark. I just think, unfortunately, a lot of big roots got cut, and a lot of small roots also got cut. Hopefully it's okay. That's really all I can say about that at the moment. Battery for our auger, power planter auger, died, so it's recharging. We are going to put the brunnera right there where Rob is digging the hole. I think we're going to get the 2 Eclipse hydrangeas out next, so that we can get the Eddy Viburnum in, and I think I think that might be it for today. Maybe we'll move the castle wall holly, because I think that should be something easy to move. That can come over kind of where the biotone bag is, obviously a little bit farther down. But once we're finished, we'll give you a final shot. Obviously, it's not going to be mulched because we don't have mulch. We're going to get all of the transplanting and planting done first before we actually start to mulch. So here is just a quick look. We have the steady Eddy Viburnum in, and a long view of the bed with everything else we've got transplanted. I'm still trying to find the best place for things like the castle spire hollies. I can't quite get it right. This is the castle wall, so it's very close. Great location to still be able to pollinate them. You know, once you get a bed actually created and some stuff in it, your plans tend to change a little bit anyway, but this is what it looks like. So it's the next day, but I just wanted to come out. It's 12:30. When we finished up yesterday, it was about 3 or 3:30, to show you that this side of the bed is quite shady at this time of the year. Today's August 17th. And it's been shady since about 10:30, 11 in the morning. So that's why we moved a bunch of stuff over here, so that it will benefit from the shade. In the height of summer, this part of the bed's in full sun now that we've had the maples removed. So that's why we moved the crabapple. It has recovered slightly. We not only watered the ground, but we also misted the tree several times. Although some of the leaves are curled, they will not recover. Chances are it will partially defoliate. Hopefully it survives. But anyway, so I just wanted to come out and show you that it's much shadier on this side. So everything that needed to be shaded is and will be. Again, once the crabapple, should it survive, reaches its full potential, it will shade out this part throughout the whole summer. I did cut some of it too. I cut the tall leader, which is unfortunate because that was the only branch that was exhibiting the darker colored leaves that the royal raindrops crabapple gets. It's covered in crabapples, which, should it survive, will be pretty in the winter if the birds don't get them first. The lamium looks better already, which is great. I cut the Brunner back quite hard because it did have a lot of crispy leaves on it, and it did look better. It maybe needs to be watered again. It's another hot one. But I also came out to see, now that some things have been moved, how much room we have for these castle spire hollies to move. I feel like I'd like to put them in more of a triangle in the center once we move those peach heuchera. I feel like we will have some room here. Yeah, I feel like it, to kind of do a triangle. So that would look neat. Triangle of broadleaf evergreens with 3 needled evergreens behind. And I'm also trying to see how much room we have here now that, again, things have been transplanted for those 5 peach heuchera, because those are going to go right about here. And for those 5 blonde ambition grasses, might have to rethink my desire to have 5 Let's Dance Skyview. Maybe just respace these 3. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, thanks for coming along again for this update. We'll probably have a couple of more. I don't know that we'll actually get any American pillars planted this year. They're really hard to find, at least where I live locally. I've never been able to find them locally, except in the nursery I worked at a couple of years ago, and they're quite small. So we'll probably have to wait and order some online in the late winter, early spring. So that means I'm probably not going to transplant the castle spire hollies. There's no use transplanting them in what, again, is really, really dry for us right now. And then You know, I don't know what the winter is going to be like, so I just have more confidence transplanting in the spring. But, and obviously this was more of a silent video I did yesterday, and I did some voiceovers because it was just really hot yesterday and really humid, and honestly I was miserable. This extreme heat, like I said, is really starting to get to me. So we just went at it, and I just showed small clips, and if I could, I did a voiceover, but you still get the general idea. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next update. Bye.